All right, good Tuesday afternoon, everyone. Thanks for stopping by for a check of your forecast. Things are fortunately quiet weather-wise here in the Texas Panhandle. We do have an upper level low that's moving into portions of West Texas. Just got a lot of moisture kind of pulled in underneath this thing. So lots of storms out there in South New Mexico, over into West Texas. Looks like there's a tornado warning down there near Big Bend. And again, we got a couple of other storms around Fort Stockton, and then a lot of tropical moisture falling there in the southeast part of the country. Again, some quiet weather in central Texas, but they've got some more storms heading in their direction. But all of this is going to go around the Texas Panhandle. Not really expecting us to have any active storms this evening, so we will get to enjoy a quieter night. Kind of a nice change of pace for us compared to the last couple of weeks. The temperatures are still below normal. We're in the lower 80s right now here in Amarillo. It's 81, 87, a bit warmer there in Perryton. Dew points have, kind of hung around the 50s, so still a little bit more summer-like out there with some better moisture in place. We just don't have the lift or the dynamics aloft to get any storms going, at least not here closer to home. We've still got the general thunderstorm risk, but all of that stuff should be to our south through the overnight hours. And then for tomorrow, have a general thunderstorm risk. We won't rule out a storm. I just think it's going to be generally quiet for most of us. Now, if you're in the southeast panhandle, maybe some general storm activity down there, Childress, Paducah, for tomorrow afternoon, and then maybe some storms off the mountains of New Mexico. But we may be sandwiched between any active weather on Wednesday. Thursday may play out where we have enough north and northwest flow that storms get going right there near I-25. We might get some of that stuff to get blown into the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles. We'll see if we got enough wind shear for that, but we do have just like a really slim chance for some storms on Thursday, maybe a better chance heading into Friday and Saturday. So here's your model for the next 2 days. You can see really quiet conditions for us heading into tonight. Tomorrow morning, you can see maybe some bands of rain coming through places like Paducah and Childress. We should be far enough away from the low here in Amarillo. We don't see any rainfall on Wednesday. And then you can see some of those showers trying to go up there in New Mexico. Kind of the same story on Thursday. If we see storms pop up, they're going to be really isolated. There's really not any good flow aloft. We're just kind of stuck in the stagnant pattern. So if storms bubble up due to daytime heating, they may not move a whole lot. They may only drift 5-10 miles before they collapse. So that's kind of what we expect for Thursday, but most of that should be to our south. Better chance of rain arriving on Friday, and that's just when we start to see some more of that northwest flow come into play. You can see that low gets a bit further off to the east, and that ridge of high pressure starts to move over towards the Baja Peninsula, and so that's going to allow for storms to develop off the Sangre de Cristos. And if we have enough winds in the upper layers of the atmosphere, that will blow all of those storms here into the Texas Panhandle. So that is kind of what we're watching for your Friday and Saturday. So here's a look at the 7-day tracker for right now. Things quiet for the next 2 days. Tomorrow, really another pleasant day. We'll only get to about 80 for a high. And then we've got some warmer weather as that ridge gets a little closer heading to Father's Day weekend. It's not unprecedented heat. It could get a little hot on Monday and Tuesday. We may flirt with 100 degrees. I don't think we're going to get there, at least not for right now, before our next cold front arrives on Tuesday evening. But we will be probably the warmest we've seen all year. The hottest we've actually been so far in Amarillo to date this year is 90. So we could be at 91 Friday, 93 through the weekend, and then some mid-90s heading into next week. So just make sure you stay hydrated, drink plenty of water. If you're going to go hiking in Paladero Canyon, things of that nature, just make sure you get that hike done earlier rather than later. They tend to run 5 to 10 degrees warmer than we do down there in the canyon floor. So just make sure you take care of yourself. The UV index should also be fairly high. That is all we got for you this afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your evening and quiet weather for the next few days, and we'll catch you at 10 tonight.